And that is the G-Drag finally fully hatched. That actually took way longer than I thought it would. So now that my golden dragon has officially hatched, I know I technically haven't shown that I got one in the video, but that's irrelevant. I think I'm finally ready to talk about an early game guide because I'm officially maybe out of early game. A little note / disclaimer before we get in. Please just take your time. You don't have to rush. If anyone tells you that you're progressing too slow or you genuinely just feel like you're progressing too slow, don't worry about it. It's completely fine. Playing Ironman is like a marathon, not a race. It takes honestly like twice as long, up to 5 times as long to do certain grinds. That's all there really is to it. So let's just actually get into the guide. So when you've basically just spawned into your Ironman, well, I guess congratulations, that's the first step. Basically, the first thing you want to do, I guess on any profile, is you want to go find your favorite portal, come down here and get all of the cakes. It may not look like a lot, but 10 HP, one magic find, that one magic find is honestly going to be crazy. It is so important. Your next step after that, go over to the village, come over to your trusty friend and get honestly the most important item starting out, your rogue sword. They've debuffed it a lot from what it was, but it is still genuinely like just the nicest tool to have on any profile starting out. From here, you don't really need to get a whole lot of items. You just want to run over, kill as many as it takes to get combat 1. And once you get combat 1, you can run all the way over to the spider's den, very slowly, painfully make your way up, walk inside the house and get, walk inside the house and then get the grandma wolf pet. I feel like taming XP is so overlooked. Just being able to start getting XP, being able to get obviously just a pet that is actually useful. The grandma wolf is just one of the nicest things. And with that, I think it is time for you to make honestly one of the biggest decisions starting out. Do you want to go down the mining route or do you want to go the farming route? I obviously have to bring up, you can do both if you want. I personally recommend just sticking to one though, because if you spread yourself too thin, you're not really gonna progress in either. But hey, I'm not your mom, I'm not your dad. Just pick whatever you want. You can do both. It's entirely up to you. It's your profile. No one's gonna be mad at you for picking one over the other. All right, let's say you've picked mining. If you picked farming, then well, just skip to the timestamp I put on screen. I mean, preferably watch both of these so you just kind of have like a general knowledge, but if you genuinely don't care, then just skip ahead. Your first step will be obviously to get into mining, you have to do a little bit of farming first. Where am I? Because you need to unlock the mushroom desert, which takes like 5 seconds of doing that. So you can come over to here and then go all the way up there. Once you've unlocked the mushroom desert, you want to go over here to the lumber merchant, buy... Can you really not buy 2? I guess buy some sticks, run all the way over here, buy 2 gold. Well, you only really need 1 gold, to be honest, but you can only buy 2. Damn, that sucks. Then you want to make a gold shovel, run over here, put on like, I think all you really need is efficiency 2. I'm just going to be straight up. If you're going to complain about having to get 12 levels, then maybe don't play Ironman. I'm just being entirely honest. So yeah, just get 12 levels, get your efficiency 2 gold shovel, and then run all the way over to the desert settlement. So basically from now on, you just want to get mining 12. Yes, I know you're going to do some mining to unlock dwarven mines and all that, but the higher your mining level is, the more drops you're going to get. So if you get mining 12 to start off with, it's just going to speed everything else up and it takes like no time whatsoever. So basically you take your efficiency 2 gold shovel and you just go like this for a few seconds. Obviously, you're not going to be running as fast as I am, let alone breaking as many blocks as I am, but it'll maybe take 10 or 15 minutes of just running around and then you'll get mining 12. After you've got mining 12 from all the sand, you want to come over to the gold mines, talk to the lazy miner yap for a second. I've done this so many times, it's cooked that I know the exact route to get down there. And then you find the pickaxe, which I've already got. Then you make your way back up and you head over towards the deep caverns. And then there's kind of 2 ways you can go about this. Either grind lapis, because lapis takes like no time whatsoever because there's so much of it everywhere, or be efficient. And considering you're going to need like thousands, hundreds of billions of redstone at this point, you just want to unlock left operator, go down, do the whole route. You want to come down and then you want to mine the redstone. I know these guys can be a little bit annoying, but if you mine, what is it, 15 enchanted, because they changed the way you unlock Dwarven Mines so many times. I honestly don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's 15. You kind of want to sit in this point. Yes, you might struggle to kill these guys, but trust me, if you just do this for a second, it is going to save so much time in the future. Once you've made yourself 15 enchanted redstone, you once again just go down to the bottom of here, talk to Reese, give him all the redstone that you just mined, and then you've unlocked one of the most important places in the entire of mining. Actually, it is probably the sole most important place of all mining. Once you've made it to the Dwarven Mines, this guy is going to be your best friend, trust me. You just go over, put all of your money in the bank. Man, I'm really poor, holy. Trust me, that is going to be a very important step. Even if you have like 2,000 coins, just put it in the bank. You're going to be dying a crazy amount of time for the next few seconds, few minutes, almost an hour, depending on how lucky you are. So basically, you want to just run down, find yourself on the bridge all the way over here until you find the Glaciate Walkers. I am aware of how long this can take for you to get armor and a whole set. I obviously did it myself. So please just use your diamond pick or whatever to kill them so you do as much damage as you can. And then basically, you just want to run around until you get a full set. And like that, the Glaciate Jewels, please, for the love of God, do not sell them. You need hundreds, if not like almost 1,000, probably more than 1,000 actually. I've lost count of how many people I've seen sell them just because they like fill up their inventory. Just please don't be one of those people. It'll absolutely destroy your rates later on. If you're not really up to grinding out a crazy amount of Glaciate Walkers as soon as you hit here, that's also completely fine. You can start working on commissions, and whenever you get a Glaciate Walker commission, you can walk over here, kill them, complete your commission, as well at the same time be grinding out the armor. It's technically going to be slower, but if you want to do that, it's entirely up to you and you can do that. Why is there so much titanium behind me? On the note of commissions, please make sure you do your daily commissions. Like if you can't make it for the day, don't stress, but if you can, it is going to carry you so much. It is genuinely, I think when you're starting out, one daily commission is worth like basically 10 or 9 normal commissions. So it's so convenient. As well as, I know for a fact Sky Honey has the King Tracker, that's what it's called. It is really nice to know exactly what kings have been, when the kings are going to be here, and what you've already got. So make sure whenever the kings are available, you do come over, talk to them so you can get your King's Talisman, and obviously your dailies. It might look small, but the King's Talisman gives 10 extra HOTM XP. It adds up so much, and the sooner you get it, the sooner it starts paying off. If I was starting again, I would 100% choose the mining route. If you've seen my previous videos, all I've done is mine. Without me trying to put pressure on anyone, getting HOTM 3 in a day shouldn't be too hard, but if you guys do want a full mining guide, going all the way up from basically here to getting, I guess, a Divan's drill and a Divan's pendant, let me know down in the comments. I'll be so happy making those. I love mining. But yeah, just keep grinding out your commissions, just keep getting your HOTM up, and it's time for the farming guide. Why the first lobby I go into, bro's gambling. So to unlock the garden in the first place, you want to get the Skyblock level 5, which, well, you can kind of just do anything to get it. You can come around here, you can mine a whole lot of wheat in the hub. You can honestly start with the mining guide if you want to, and then just like get the Skyblock level 5, which won't take at all time. Or if you want, you can just keep farming until you hit Skyblock level 5. It's going to take a lot longer than doing all the mining stuff, but hey, you do whatever you want. Once you finally unlock the garden, you want to first off talk to Sam and then do the whole quest line. I'm honestly not going to walk through the quest line. It's very basic. She tells you what to do. Just follow that. The first thing you're obviously going to farm is wheat. You need a crazy amount of wheat, and it is honestly really not fun to grind in the beginning. Basically, the first thing you want to do, go find a plot. Obviously, just paste the basic wheat in, and then just wait for it to grow. After your wheat plot finally finishes growing, you kind of want to participate in every single contest that you physically can. You need so many medals, so many Jacob's tickets, and it's honestly so annoying to grind when you're first starting out because you can't actually get anything good. Like, you're maybe going to get a silver, but also that's probably not actually that likely. There's kind of two ways you can go about this. Either you just get a rookie hoe and start farming everything, repaste it so it plants, or you can go over to the desk and buy a advanced gardening hoe which has replenish. When you start farming your wheat, honestly, you're probably not going to be able to afford a booster cookie at this point, so just either run around or fly, whatever you can do. For some reason, I don't have my hitboxes on. That's weird. But after you farm a lot of wheat, you kind of want to make the farm suit. Actually, it isn't even a lot. You can honestly get this in the hub before you even unlock the garden. So yeah, once you make the farm suit, just equip that. It's not going to be the craziest amount, but a 20 fortune is honestly better than 0 fortune, so it's worth it. And at this point, you can technically go grind yourself out the enchanted agronomy sack, which I did. It took so many hours, but I am so thankful I did because oh my god, having my inventory fill up consistently was a nightmare. Technically, the agronomy set cost, yes, 16 enchanted hay bales, and that is very not cheap. Like 2,560 enchanted wheat. Yeah, that's clap. So before you end up doing that, you do want to upgrade your armor from the farm suit to the farm armor. You get 5+ fortune every piece, so it's honestly, you go from 20 to 40, which, like I said, it's not a lot, but it's better than nothing. So yeah, basically when you get this, you don't have to. Okay, you don't have to, just trust me. But you can just go mine out 16 enchanted hay bales if you want, or you can just get yourself garden level, what is it? I honestly think it might be 2 or 3. I actually can't remember. And then you want to get yourself a potato farm, or honestly potato or carrot. It's kind of interchangeable. I'd recommend potatoes because you need a whole lot for hot potato books, and it's just better to get started on that beforehand. A very, very important tip, like honestly, this is, I'm technically breaking it because my composter is not up right now, but you want to try to keep it up 24/7. I've had my composter up for a very long time, and I still don't have the corners, well, 3 of the corners plus these 2. And that's honestly going to take like maybe 2 weeks if I had it up 24/7. I am actually not sure the rate, but it just takes so long, and it's honestly so inefficient. So every opportunity you have, try to keep your composter up. After you get enough for the garden sack and your croppy armor, there's basically no reason to keep seeds, I'm pretty sure. If you're farming wheat as your starting crop, which you obviously should, and just keep farming it because wheat is used in so many things, you're gonna get this boxes of seeds pretty quickly. And after that, use every single box of seed. Honestly, don't even sell it, just use them all for the composter. They don't sell for the craziest amount to NPC, and they're worth so much more than basically any other crop. I haven't been farming a lot of wheat, so I've just been putting in mushrooms, which I know is wrong, but I really need my compost, and I'm farming a whole lot of other crops right now. So with the note of visitors, they are so expensive in the beginning, and honestly, they're not going to be worth your time. People like this, 5 enchanted golden carrots for 19. Obviously, it's not going to be that much if you're garden level like 1. If they're not going to give you a crazy amount of copper for very cheap, then honestly just ignore them. I skipped maybe almost 100 or something visitors in the beginning, and now I'm trying to just accept everything because I can actually farm everything, and I'm not stressed about needing the resources for anything else. But yeah, beginning, just honestly ignore visitors. Unless you get obviously the legendary ones like Jerry, just do that, please. It gives so much and it's so easy. So once you hit garden level 4, which honestly will take no time at all, you want to start grinding out your pumpkins. Pumpkins are so nice early on because you can get your rancher boots, and I mean farmer boots and then rancher boots. As well as, I honestly have never crafted one of these. I can't even spell it. The lantern helmet. It's apparently really good, but I've honestly never made one. I genuinely have no opinions if this is good to use or not, but I've heard a lot of people say it's good, so you can get that if you want to. What does it actually give? Plus, every farming level gives +1. Actually, that's actually not that bad. I would get basically 40, 53. No, yeah. So basically, at garden level 4, you want to start doing that. That's the wrong axe. You want to just start doing this. Obviously, you're not going to have this farm, but hey, I'm just showing what you kind of want to get. And after you hit garden level 6, the whole melon saga starts. You need a lot of melons to make your whole melon armor, melon minion, obviously, and use it for squash armor. And it gets the axe if you want to include that. You just need a lot of melons. I mean, I guess you need a lot of every crop, but just melons is so nice. The moment you get your melon armor, that's where everything just actually starts skyrocketing in progression. You basically only need 2 pieces, like your leggings and chestplate, if you were to get the lantern helmet and farmer boots / rancher boots. So I think with that, this concludes the farming guide. On the same note as the mining one, if you want a full guide going from basically here to finished garden, I've done it before, but not on Ironman, so I'm actually not the most experienced, so I'm still trying to learn as I go through, but I can definitely help some of you guys. And with that, I think we go on to the progression outside of money making. If you would have followed the mining guide, you would have hit combat 12 by now. If you haven't, then honestly just grind some clay sites. You're gonna need to do it anyways. And basically the moment you hit combat level 12, bro, they're actually attacking me. You want to go over to your favorite portal, go to the end, and then this is where the whole quest starts with the guy that will be sitting here. Basically he'll give you a quest. I think you have to kill like 5 endermen or something, so just go buy yourself a end sword. It's honestly so cheap and it does so much damage early on, and it's just so convenient. You know, just enchant that and do all that, and basically kill the enderman, finish the quest you need to do, and then you'll shortly be prompted with with the option to be able to buy the Void Sword for like 200k. When I was doing this, I went for the Raider's Axe, which honestly, it's not as good as it used to be. So I would recommend just skipping straight to the Void Sword. The 200k may sound like really expensive. It honestly is starting out, but I promise you, it's not that bad. If you can find yourself an Arachne T2, that was actually oh my god, that was the first one I'll be going into, which as of recording this, bingo is starting tomorrow. So there's going to be like 1,000 of these lobbies. And honestly, if you get top 5 once, that's your Void Sword bought. You basically literally just do this, run around, hit it. I think Sky Hanny might have be the mod that's highlighting everything. It's so nice. You will die a few times starting out. Honestly, if you get yourself a cow head, you literally won't die. I mean, you'll still die from just normal hits, but you're not going to die from poisoning, and it's honestly so free. But it took maybe 20 seconds, 160k. Okay, so it might take 2 bosses, but still, it's no time whatsoever. I'm doing even more. I mean, honestly, I'm doing this without armor, and I'm still probably going to get like top. But I mean, I'm not terrible at the game, and these guys are in like cooked armor, so it's not like, it kind of makes sense. Yeah, I got first place and I don't know. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to keep griefing them because they probably actually need the money. But yeah, that was literally 300k just like that. So after you get your 200k, buy the Void Sword, you can start going on the grind for end nodes. A little while back, they changed it so it actually changes the block directly, so you kind of know what block it is. It used to just be like Instone or Obsidian. So I think any of you might have the, where is it? World Renderer, end nodes, yeah. So if you could probably run around, see it there. Oh, okay, highlight and then it hit it. It's a little buggy for some reason, but literally just run around and do a whole lot of end nodes. I did so many of these starting out. You're going to get a lot of enchanted obsidian, which honestly you can use for like a tree cap. You can use it for anything. You need so much obsidian, as well as you can get straight titanic potions. You can get grands, and honestly, this is going to save you hours, like a grand from just that. It's going to save you hours of having to grind for your enchanted bottles. And you can enchant your sword. And while you're also doing this, I would recommend grinding out your endermen, so then you can actually get the armor if you don't already. You might have to sit at the top to be able to kill them, but honestly, it's so worth it. You can also get the ender gauntlet, which is going to bring me on to the other part. Once you've got your full ender armor enchanted with your Void Sword enchanted from doing these, you would have got your necklace from killing these guys. Hopefully, you would have got your gauntlet already. And then you want to go down to the bottom and grind out the watchers and defenders for the other 2 equipment pieces. With all the might gel you would have gotten from grinding it, you can also sell that for a little bit of money if you want, or save it for, what do you actually use it for? There's a talisman, there's honestly not a lot of uses. I think honestly just sell it because it's worth not the craziest amount of money, but hey, it is better than nothing. Like, you're gonna not be able to have a lot of money making methods early on, but this is honestly going to be great. After you've got yourself the full ender armor, ender equipment, and your Void Sword, you might have to get a little bit of help with this, but it shouldn't be too difficult. I would highly recommend getting to the point where you can go over to the dungeon hub, go through an entrance, put yourself on mage, so then you can LCM. I don't have any pet equip. I've tried to devolve my setup, but I'm still probably doing a lot more damage than you will. And then you basically want to just try to grind out everything here. If you can LCM and drop yourself a Dreadlord sword, that is going to be amazing. But while you're doing this, you can also, as you saw, grind out the mini bosses for unstable young holy frags. Honestly, holy frags are kind of terrible. They're not the greatest. You kind of honestly will ignore them. But I feel like after a few runs, it should not be that difficult. But just like that, I've cleared an entrance, and that's 12 frags, which is almost halfway to boots, which it's honestly so easy. Like I said before, obviously my stats are going to be better than yours. You're going to struggle a little bit more than me, but in the overall like aspect of it, it shouldn't be that difficult or take that long. You could entirely skip this, which is actually what I did because I was so focused on mining at the beginning. But I'm just saying, if you do want to get into combat faster, this is a thing that you can do. But once you get yourself a Dreadlord sword, you can either continue this, which I honestly would not recommend. When you're trying to do F2s and F3s or whatever with this setup, you are honestly going to only make you and your party suffer a little, so I would recommend avoiding dungeons until you have a better setup. And once you've got yourself your Dreadlord sword, you can go head over to the end, find yourself an end node, and when there's nested endermites, you should be able to right click now and kill them. You might have struggled before to kill them, but now you should definitely be able to kill them. Also, I forgot my armor doesn't even have like enchants or reforges. So now you're left with kind of 2 options. Either grind out nest endermites for basically 12 mil, I think they are right now. Yeah, sitting at like 12.2 mil, which might take a while, but you will stack up on a lot of grands and a lot of enchanted endstone and enchanted obsidian, which will come in very handy later on. Or you can be really efficient and just grind out Arachne for basically 12 mil, which will be like probably honestly 10 times faster. I'm not sure. So basically, once you've got yourself a booster cookie from doing one of the two methods I've said, the whole game is just basically free at this point. You can do whatever you want. Everything's just going to be easier because more skill XP. You can get yourself a god pot, which makes everything honestly like 20 times easier. You can start getting your bit talisman. You can honestly, the first booster cookie you get just changes everything. I know I haven't talked a lot about minions in this video, but I just really don't like minions. I don't know why. They've just been my most hated mechanic in this game since since the release of this game. Like, honestly, I would much rather spend maybe like 4 hours doing a grind instead of waiting for my minions to do it for like 3 months. It's actually kind of cooked the speed they do, but I'm kind of at the point where I should have placed a Revenant minion down like 4 months ago, because now I'm suffering because I do not have enough flesh for anything. The same goes for my Tarantula minion. I wish I placed that earlier because I need so much silk. You kind of want to get like a base 4 redstone minions. You can go up to 6. Honestly, the more you get, the better, but you don't want to kind of overdo it. Obviously, while you're going through the progression of farming, mining, just craft all the basic minions when you go through for easy minion slots. I made the mistake of only very recently crafting the gold minion. I still don't have an emerald minion. I still don't have a diamond minion, which is kind of crazy, especially considering I finally made my gold minion after I hit 100 million collection, and I'm about to hit another 100 million in diamonds, and I still haven't even crafted the tier 1. So please don't be like me. Don't neglect your minions. They're so useful. I just really don't like them. As well as foraging minions, they take no time whatsoever. I just have these down because I don't want to mine 3,000 enchanted jungle wood for that talisman, and I don't want to go out and grind however much I need for 9 birdhouses from the acacia thing. So I just got these 2 down. I guess with some final like reminders / tips, do your experiments as often as you can. I'm so glad they added a timer to stack up to 3. It's just so much better that way. And of course, do your rift cycles. If you don't want to have to spend 200 bits every single time you enter the rift, or you don't want to spend 32 grands every time you want to enter. I unlocked Mountaintop before I had even paid for an entrance. I waited every 4 hours for an entrance, all the way up until, I think, maybe 100 inches. I think at this point, I'm currently on the grind for getting the 5 burgers and obviously 20 million motes so that I can buy the rift prism. And I'm only finally using a few rift entrance. I think I'm still only at 4 paid rift entrances, and I'm at 157 rift enters. So if you don't want to have to spend so much, I would recommend just consistently using them when they're available. And I think that's everything covered. So if you guys do want a whole new mod guide and everything, because I've kind of updated a few, there's not a lot of updates, but there's just been a decent few upgrades every now and then please let me know down below. As well as if you guys want a full mining guide and farming guide like separately. I guess I could also do a fishing one, although I'm not too experienced in fishing. I'm still only like fishing 36, but I do kind of know the progression. But on that note, I do apologize for the lack of uploads. I know I talked about it in a different video, but I've just been honestly so distracted with planning other things. I haven't actually gotten to making or recording any videos recently. So thank you so much for watching this. Hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, join Discord, all the usual stuff. And I'll see you all in the next one. Womp womp.
Sorry.